Sagittarius horoscope. Jupiter exalted from October 2nd, 2025 to December 2025, setting the stage. Hello, Sagittarius. If you're listening to this, prepare yourself for one of the most dramatic and life-defining periods of your recent years. Beginning October 2nd, 2025, your ruling planet, Jupiter, moves into the position of Mahaj, exaltation. This is not a common shift, and when it happens, it brings with it the energy of expansion, fortune, and growth turned up to the maximum level. But here's the key: Jupiter's exaltation doesn't just bless you with easy gains. It magnifies everything. The highs become higher, but the challenges can also feel larger than life. For Sagittarius, this period from October through December will feel like standing at the edge of a new horizon, where opportunities come rushing in, but responsibilities grow equally fast. In this session, I'll walk you through the 4 big areas where this exaltation will shake your world. 1. Daily life and career responsibilities. 2. Property, inheritance, and family matters. 3. Education, laws and shifting regulations. 4. Finances and wealth accumulation. And as always, I'll bring in practical examples so you can imagine how these cosmic themes might unfold in your own day-to-day reality. 1. Daily life and career responsibilities. Let's begin with the foundation of your everyday life. When your ruling planet, Jupiter, is exalted, the changes are rarely small. For Sagittarius, this could feel like suddenly being asked to play a much bigger role in society, work, or community. Imagine this scenario. You've been working as part of a team for years, quietly doing your part. Then suddenly, in October, your boss steps aside and you're asked to take the lead. This is the kind of dramatic promotion or shift in role that Jupiter exalted can bring. For some Sagittarians, this isn't just about rising in rank, it's about a total change in identity. You might move from being an employee to becoming a business owner. A dream project you've been holding on to could finally take off, demanding all your attention. There's also a strong theme of travel for work or study. Jupiter exalted often opens doors to foreign opportunities. You may be sent abroad by your company, or you might decide to pursue an advanced degree, professional training, or spiritual journey. These trips won't feel like vacations. They'll carry the weight of destiny, shaping your life direction for years to come. But remember, when responsibilities expand, so do burdens. Taking care of health, yours or someone close to you, could become part of your daily routine. A family member might suddenly need you, or your own body may signal that it's time to rest after years of overwork. So, in October and November, expect your life schedule to accelerate, but also make room for balance. 2. Property, inheritance, and family matters. One of the most striking effects of Jupiter exalted for Sagittarius will appear in the realm of property and family assets. This can manifest in several ways: inheritance or legacy issues. A will, a family estate, or a long-forgotten piece of land may suddenly come into focus. Some Sagittarians will inherit property, antiques, or even family businesses. Renovation or investment in property. You might find yourself drawn into big decisions about repairing, rebuilding, or upgrading your living space. For example, maybe you inherit a family home that requires costly renovations. Jupiter may bless you with the means to do it, but it also demands you handle the responsibility. Family dynamics. Exalted Jupiter expands the scope of your family role. You might become the peacemaker in family disputes over property. Or perhaps you're asked to take charge of a family business, whether or not you feel ready. Let me give you a picture. Imagine you're suddenly told that the family farm, passed down for generations, is now under your name. That's not just wealth, it's also a duty. You'll have to decide whether to sell, manage, or transform it into something new. On the flip side, Jupiter's expansion can also mean bigger expenses. You may spend money on home improvements, buying new property, or even vehicles. These are not frivolous purchases, they're long-term investments that shift the foundation of your family life. So, while October to December can bring blessings of inheritance and property, It can also weigh you down with large responsibilities that test your maturity. 3. Education, laws, and shifting regulations. Jupiter Exalted doesn't just rule money and property, it also governs wisdom, education, and law. For Sagittarians, this influence can play out in fascinating ways. Education. If you're a student, this period could catapult you into a new level of study. Perhaps you win a scholarship to study abroad, or you take on a new subject that redefines your career path, like moving from engineering to law, or from teaching to medicine. Legal systems and regulations. If your work is tied to government, institutions, or corporate structures, get ready for major rule changes. New policies may be introduced that force you to adapt. For instance, a Sagittarian working in import-export might suddenly face new tariffs or trade laws, demanding creativity to survive. Teaching and sharing knowledge. Many Sagittarians will be asked to step into the role of teacher or mentor. If you're in education, law, or publishing, Jupiter Exalted could mark a period of great success, but also high scrutiny. Your words will carry weight, so be careful what promises you make. But caution is needed. Exalted Jupiter, while generous, can magnify mistakes. For example, if you ignore regulations or cut corners, penalties may be severe. Be mindful about contracts, taxes, and compliance. Think of it like this. You're being invited to play on a global stage, but the spotlight is bright. Any missteps will be visible to all. 4. Finances and wealth accumulation. Finally, let's talk about money, always an important topic when Jupiter takes a powerful position. Exalted Jupiter often brings large sums of money, but it's not always in predictable ways. For Sagittarians, this could come from compensation or settlements. Perhaps a long-delayed insurance claim finally pays out. Negotiations. A deal you've been working on might close successfully, bringing a windfall. Property sales. Remember that inheritance theme. Selling a piece of family land could bring a substantial amount of cash. But there's another side. When money comes quickly, expenses can rise just as fast. Jupiter doesn't like to stay small. It encourages you to expand your lifestyle. You may suddenly feel drawn to buy a bigger house, invest in new ventures, or donate generously to causes. Here's an example. A Sagittarian lawyer might win a big case in November, earning a large fee. Excited, they decide to buy a new apartment. But by December, Jupiter turns retrograde, delaying paperwork or creating extra costs. So, while October and November favor rapid financial growth, December reminds you to slow down and double-check everything. The timeline, October to December now. Let's map this out month by month. October 2025, Jupiter enters exaltation. Energy surges. Opportunities arrive suddenly. Promotions, inheritances, and new studies may appear. Think of October as the green light at the start of a race. November 2025, expansion continues. Projects accelerate, money flows, responsibilities grow heavier. This is the month to act boldly but wisely. December 2025, Jupiter begins retrograde. What was rushing forward now slows down. Contracts stall, property deals drag, and some opportunities require revisiting. Use December to review, refine, and consolidate gains. The extremes of Jupiter Exalted. The phrase Mahawach literally means Jupiter is at its most exalted, its strongest. For Sagittarius, this means extremes, and it can go either way. At its best, you rise in career, gain property, inherit wealth, and expand your influence globally. You feel like life is finally rewarding your efforts. At its most challenging, you feel overwhelmed by new duties, buried in family disputes, or delayed by legal or financial complications. The key is balance. If you take on opportunities with wisdom and humility, this period can lift you to incredible heights. If you rush blindly, the weight of expansion may crush you. Closing thoughts. Advice for Sagittarius. So, what should you do to navigate this powerful period? 1. Say yes to opportunities, but read the fine print. When new roles, studies, or property come your way, embrace them. Just make sure you understand the rules before you sign anything. 2. Take care of your health. You'll need stamina for the rapid pace of October and November. 3. Respect family duties. Inheritance and property aren't just assets, they're responsibilities. Handle them with care. 4. Plan for December delays. Don't panic if projects stall. Use that time to refine your strategy. Sagittarius, the universe is inviting you to step into a much larger role. From October to December 2025, Jupiter's exaltation will expand your horizons, test your maturity, and shower you with opportunities for growth. The journey won't be easy, but if anyone can rise to the challenge with optimism and courage, it's you. So prepare yourself. The wheel of destiny is turning, and this time, it's turning in your favor.